to do a lot of damage here for against the side of MXB, as MXB have decided to invest in 3 sets of armor with a couple of utility and spike going in without any sorts of weapons. And instead they are going in for their traditional start where Hellranger picks off Manan there at Squeaky Door, and they are going to go in for that B to A execute. I mean B to mid to A. I don't know how you call it, but it is a very weird execute, but it is working wonders for them. And now Sai and Mythalef, they are in a world of one. Mythalef is going to get taken down here and bringing this to a 2-on-3 situation. So it looks like MXB, they're right now in a very comfortable spot here.
Yep, indeed, but Ritz gets one headshot there, brings it down to a 2 versus 2. Let's see Kappa coming in from highway here. They're gonna have to go in for this retake as the bomb does go down for MXB. Ritz gets headshot onto Buster, leaving Hellranger the last man alive, and he's gonna be dealt up with here. And Invisible Wings are gonna get the defuse in. Round 1 goes to the CT side.
Yep, Invisible Wings, man, that brilliant. I mean, their retakes have been on point. We even saw that in the first game. They've always got a retakes. We've seen that 4v2. I mean, it was a 4. There were 4 people inside of Invictus, and it's only Ritz and Manan, and those 2 guys just came and just they kind of like broke the defense and they retook that side. So right now we're going on to the second round where Invisible Wings, they have decided to invest into 3 rifles and 2 SMGs, the UMP45s onto Sai and Kappa, whereas MXB looks like Buster is gonna buy up that Star Trek Tech 9, and they are gonna go up for a 4-man booster onto Ritz, and Manan is gonna take the fall here. Sai is there at highway to stop the push.
Yep, Manan gets overwhelmed there with that mid rush coming in from MXB, but there's gonna be a stock standard anti-eco from that point on for Invisible Wings, unless they have something about to say about that, as Sai does drop Buster at the end, leaving Hellranger the last man alive with a P250 and a Dream to work with coming in from highway.
Yep, he has got a FAMAS in hand, no armor though, and 90 points of health to work with, and the bomb has been dropped here near A main. So Hellranger, he'll have to be really careful of how he wants to play this, because if he does get spotted out by anybody in from the side of Invisible Wings, then Invisible Wings, they'll just come stopping over. But Hellranger is going to open things up again onto Sai here, but in a bad spot, he is going to get taken down there by Kappa.
Yep, the crossfire setup just too strong from Invisible Wings, and that's what should have been a very standard anti-eco, with MXB going in for the pretty much a hard eco there. They ended up dropping a lot of weapons, and now MXB are going to be buying in here, and Invisible Wings, their money is not looking good. They're going to have to invest into a Farmers and a Max 7 on site.
Yep, and another thing I should note, Kappa of Invisible Wings, he was an ex-member of MXB before he was taken into Invisible Wings in the IW roster. So it's kind of like in the story, in the sense of a storyline, it's kind of fitting that Kappa is facing against his ex-teammates there. So it's almost like a revenge matchup coming in between these 2 teams.
Indeed, man. And for the moment, though, Blackhawk is going to be playing in and seeing if he can find anyone and aiming here. And slowly but surely, he's going to go in for this boost up here in mid. Looks like he is lining up a smoke by the looks of things. We saw a couple of rounds back as well. This mid rush did catch Manan off guard. Let's see, though, if this time around he's going to be ready for it.
Yep, he has got the FAMAS in hand, so he'll be able to deal a lot of damage. And you can see the executes are coming onto this A bomb site here, as Spawn and Buster, they are throwing those smokes in, and the side of Invisible Wings, Ritz and Sai. Sai's got that Max 7 to work with. Will he be able to deal some damage though? Ritz will take down one. Hellranger will quickly trade up at MXB. They are taking this site by storm here, but they've still got Ritz to deal with. And Ritz, he's going to get taken out by Hellranger, leaving Mythalef the last man alive. Will he be able to do it though?
He'll have to win. He goes for the spray down, but Hellranger gets the better of him, and MXB get on the scorecard. And Invisible Wings, the money is not gonna look good. They've not been able to take too many guns through every single round, rats.
Yep, also this is pretty much like a rematch between the 2. I mean, we did see them face off in the upper bracket in Train, where MXB had the upper advantage at the CT side, ending in the first half with 11-4 scoreline, and then they unfortunately they lost 16-12 to Invisible Wings. But right now, looks like MXB, they want some revenge here, and they are gonna get some as they do take that round, forcing Invisible Wings into a forced eco here, and Invisible Wings playing a kind of like a passive aggressive strat here.
Yep, they're gonna, in fact, Invisible Wings, they're gonna be force buying into this. They have the CZ, UMP, they have a P250, a 5.7 and a Deagle on Manan. They're also investing into two diffuse kits here, and MXB, they're going to be coming in slowly but surely towards this B bomb site here as Molotovs come raining in into Checkers, but they're not going to be committing in just yet.
Yep, and Spawn, he's really close here. Up, I think Ritz is right next to him there. I mean, they have no idea as Spawn is just playing that lurking game at the moment. And right now, Cash, I mean, we've seen how MXB plays this map. They always have one person on lurk and they keep rotating them guys around till they get a single pick off, and then they decide to commit to a site. And it looks like that is what they will be doing. If Spy gets the pick here onto Ritz, then they will be able to take the site. But we can see the rotations are already coming in. With that, Hitler will get a single kill. He will tap away with that. He will get taken down immediately, and this defense from IW is getting taken down one by one.
Yup, Spy manages to barbecue a couple of players there on the side of Invisible Wings, leaving Kappa and Mythilev, the last man alive, make that only one. Mythilev, 19 points of health to work with. Looks like he's going to be going in for the save.
Yep, he has to go in for the save, so he'll be very advantageous for the next round. And he's going to be saving at a very risky spot there, because Blackhawk, he could spray in through that garage and take him out though, as we can see that he is pretty much close to taking him down. We can see Spawn is also trying to go in and find out if he can take him down though. But will Mythilev, will he be able to keep this weapon for the next round?
Yep, the sandwich is coming in though. Let's see if they're going to be peeking into Checkers. The spam comes in through the door. He's going to be lucky there. He's going to survive that.
Yep, if Blackhawk had gone in for the spam much earlier, then I mean, there'd be a good chance that, you know, Mythilev would have died and not saved that AK for himself.
Indeed, man. And Invisible Wings, they get onto 2-2 now is the score, all square here, and they're gonna have to pretty much go into an eco, only taking that AK forward that they were able to save in the previous round, while it's going to be 5 AKs for MXB on the T side.
Yeah, MXB here, I mean, they're just playing it really slow in this T side of Cash. By the looks of things with the left, he's going to boost it up here and take a bit of damage. So will Sai, as that spray coming in from if I'm not mistaken, Blackhawk there, as it's going to deal a lot of damage. So Sai, he has to be very careful, as you can see, he retreated back to the CD truck to play that defensive role. But right now, MXB, they've got the mid control, and they can decide where they want to play this game.
Yep, with only a USP to work with, the Sai's chances of getting anything done in this round now seems almost next to nothing, as the rush does come in from MXB here. Spray comes out from Mythilev, but now MXB know his positioning here in boost, and he's going to be finished up with that sandwich coming in with the two players of MXB pushing in through highway. Spawn gets a pick off as well, leaving Manan and Ritz, the last two alive for IW.
Yep, I mean, Mythilev there, he shouldn't have gone in for that early aggression, because that's what punished him, because he gave away his position there, and you know that boosted spot is a very good one and done position to be on. So that was a mistake on his part. Now looking, Spawn will take the fall there, as Ritz will take him down and take the AK. He could take down Hell, as he's pretty low on health, but it's a fight that he has to win, and Blackhawk will sandwich him and take him down immediately, bringing MXB to the lead with 3 rounds.
Yeah, Blackhawk there with the rotation, catching the player down before the smoke went out, and with that, MXB take the lead here 3-2, and Invisible Wings are gonna go in for this force buy here. A couple of pharmacists, an M4, a UMP, and okay, Sai is going to be going in for the M4A1S as well.
Yep, he also has a flash to work with, and the utility on the side of Invisible Wings is pretty limited, because you're going to need a lot of utility, especially in Cash, if you want to hold your sights for long and run down the clock, because most of the rounds won in Cash by the series are by running down the clock. And by the looks of things, we can see MXB, they're going in for a fast push here, and here comes the smokes out, and Ritz, he's going to be all alone here. Is going to be giving him some cover fire, but completely flashed. MXB could just swarm this side and deal a lot of damage.
Yep, flashed and volleyed out of play, but Spy steps up, gets one. Buster is in fact the one to get 2 quick kills for the side of MXB, and 1 minute to go. It is 4 versus 2 here post bomb plant, but spray coming in from Manan, make that 2 there. Spawn gets taken down as well, 2 versus 2. Now this is very much doable for Invisible Wings Rats.
Yep, and by looks of things, Kappa is going to get the kill on Spy here, bringing this into a 2-on-1 situation. This is not how you normally expect it, but Blackhawk, he could get torched out here, and by looks of things, he is going to go and show himself. Kappa is going to go in with the defuses, and he'll be able to get the defuse though, but the defuse does get stopped, and Blackhawk will take them both down with a brilliant spray down there. And now that's just a brilliant play coming out of him.
Yep, man. A 2-player spray down coming in secures MXB. What? In all fairness, that should have been a done and dusted round when they were 4 versus 2 post bomb plant. Made a meal of it, but at the end, Blackhawk steps up for the T side, and Invisible Wings, the money now is shattered. They're gonna have to go in for an eco.
Yep, they also do not have a kit onto Kappa there, because if he did have the kit, that bomb would have been defused long back, and Blackhawk, he would have lost that round, and that would have equalized things, and Invisible Wings, they would have had a nice start. And looking at the money situation, they'll have to go in for another forced eco, and as you can see, mid to left, he's going to buy up that CZ75 with that Kevlar armor, while the rest of his team also going to buy in secondary pistols, a P250 coming out of Saib already. MXB, they've got a lot of money to work with, but then again, they shouldn't lose this amount of, because they want to maintain their economy in a very good, they want to keep the economy in a good spot. If they lose all their money, just dying for no reason, going in for unnecessary hunts, that could be really problematic.
Yep, it could be, but Spawn, the weapon that he's also known for, that AWP, he's yet to pull that out. He's been sticking to the rifle for the moment, but why change when the magical formula is working?
Yep, exactly. I mean, there's no need to take that unnecessary risk this early on into the game. Probably once the economy situation on MXB is pretty, set and tight, they would probably invest that AWP onto Spawn. And now it looks like we can see that MXB, they're going in for that mid control really aggressively there. And I mean, this is what MXB loves to do. They love to get that mid control. As you can see, there's a mistake there in the flash. Hellraiser will open things off though by getting a quick kill onto Sai here, as it is a B stack coming out from Invisible Wing. So if he's able to read this B stack, they could quickly go and make a push towards his A bomb site, as it's completely open.
Yeah, 4 versus Mick. Actually, Spy does get the pick off onto Kappa. Hellranger gets an immediate kill on Mythil F as well, but Manan, he's got to do a lot of work here. Gets one, gets two, the bomb goes down as well here, and the crossfire set up from Rex sets things up, and Invisible Wings with a perfect defense of the B bomb side there, Rats.
Yep, I mean, that was just brilliant. I mean, I'm actually kind of confused why the side of MXB, they did not check every corner there. As Manan, he was able to watch Buster just go past headshot. He was able to see a very injured Spy just walk past into the bomb site. He did miss a couple of shots which could have cost him his life, and then he just kind of waltzed in, took out Buster and Spy immediately, while Ritz cleaned house with the rest of the MXB.
Yep, a slight amount of indiscipline there coming in from MXB ended up costing them dearly, as Invisible Wings, they haven't reset MXB just yet. They're going to be able to buy into this round here, but let's see if that was going to be a one-off, and if MXB can make something out of this as they head towards the B bomb side.
Yep, and we did see Sai and Ritz there going in for that straight run boost onto that A spot there. I mean, that was a good attempt though, but MXB, they are going in hot here to this B bomb site, and it's all down to Kappa. That Kappa messing up that trap. He does manage to get the kill onto Buster Mythil, wants to do some work, misses that shot, going to be crucial, but he does manage to follow anyway, and they're just going to clean house their Mythil left and Kappa with that B defense.
Yep, we talked about momentum shifts in that Invisible Wings versus Invictus game. We seem to have pretty much continue the trend into this game, as Invisible Wings and MXB continue to trade blows.
Yep, and now the AWP has switched hands from Kappa to Sai, and Sai, he's going to be going on towards his 8 bomb site, whereas MXB looks like they are going to go in for a fast force by a rush here, and Ritz, he does hear the sound there, he does throw out the fires, and that nade is going to do a lot of damage, but he's going to get overwhelmed here. But Sai, holding it on his own, he's going to get some support from his teammates there, and Buster is the last man alive with the Tech 9. He could get taken down here if Sai is able to spot him. He does spot out Spy, and he immediately takes his head apart. And Invisible Wings, if they do manage to take out Buster, they'll have to try and retrieve that off.
Yep, but with only a Tech 9 to work with at that range, they're not going to be able to achieve much more as Invisible Wings reclaim the lead here, and the off is secured and returned back to site.
Yep, and now the score, now Invisible Wings back in the lead. 5-4 is the scoreline, and MXB, with the money that they have, they can go in for that complete rifle buy and a lot of utilities to work with. They've got a full set of smokes, 3 molotovs, and plenty of flashes to work with. So, this is pretty much good from them, but that smoke mistake there is going to cost them 1 smoke, which could have been helpful in one of their bomb site executions. So right now, Invisible Wings, Ritz going to be holding onto this A side all alone here, whereas Manan is going to be holding on to mid. That's what Cash. Just get your utilities in right. Just keep going in and hold your sights, and Sai playing it really aggressive there with the AWP.
Yep, this is something that Invisible Wings are known for. They play defensive on one of the bomb sites and allow Sai to be the aggressor with that AWP on the other one. So this time around, he's going to be taking it towards B, but he's going to miss out on all the players there. He's not going to go for that wall bang just yet as the spray down comes in. Manan gets dropped right out of the bat by Spy, and now Sai goes to work with the AWP. Spawn gets taken down. He's going to go in for that aggressive repeat here, but Hellranger, he's pretty much sandwiched up Sai. He could get the pick on him if he does. Okay, he's just going to let Sai walk into his crosshair there, deals up with him, and now it's going to come in thick and fast towards this B bomb site rats.
I have no idea what just happened there. Hellranger and Sai just walking past each other, both the captains just walking past, and with the left is going to get taken down, but Ritz, he does manage to take on Buster, bringing this to a 2-on-3, but Hellranger with that AWP is going to take him down, and he switches to the AK-47 immediately with the last man alive, and he's not Hellranger not taking the unnecessary fight just yet, as Mithil, he's going to go in, and Spy is going to take him down, and Hellranger looks like he is going to go and retrieve that op for Spawn, and now is what I think you and I, we've been waiting for this moment. The op onto Spawn.
Indeed, man. And with that, he's going to be getting the AWP. Kappa is going to be wielding the sniper rifle for the side of Invisible Wings, going into round 11 all square at 5-5.
I think in terms of the AWP, like who gets to keep it on Invisible Wings, I think it depends on what strat they decide to play. And a very close one there, as Kappa takes a lot of damage from Spawn at the B side. But yeah, as I was saying, Kappa, he likes to play that defensive AWP onto B, while Sai is the aggressive opper. Normally you see in most teams, Kenny S, he's the kind of aggressive opper, while someone like Kiyoshi, Apex, Happy, or Kiyoshima, they'll be in the secondary opper playing that very defensive role. Always it's the secondary opper who plays it defensively, while the primary opper, because he's confident, the primary opper plays a little offensive, and that's because the primary opper, he is very he's very confident with his shots, and he plays aggressive henceforth. So, and that's why Kappa, he's going to be playing it. He's going to be playing up that defensive role at the moment. While Sai, he's free to do whatever he wants with that rifle of his.
Yep, indeed. And Sai, he's going to be going into boost here for the moment at the a bomb site here, playing out from heaven, and Kappa gets dropped down to 20 hit points as the players from MXB are all set to come swarming in towards this B bomb site.
Yep, he'll have to do a lot of work here if he's to hold this on his own or to backup calls, but he does manage to take out Blackhawk immediately. Spy will get taken out by Mythilef, and you can see that Manan is coming in aggressively, leaving Spawn, the last man alive. Will be able to get the kill, but he does get the pick onto Sai here, but their entire team, they are coming after him. It's a bit too early for that free fire, but he must manage to take out Manan. We have seen how well this guy plays, and he's just doing one hell of a job here. He needs the clutch to ace this and win the round for MXB.
Yep, now MXB, they managed to drop a couple of players on the side of Invisible Wings. Invisible Wings have no intentions of losing any more guns. They have lost their opportunity. They're going to fall back, and in fact, Ritz coming in with the slow loop around is going to get the better of Spawn and deny him from carrying that off into the next round, Rats.
Yep, kind of surprising that the side of Invisible Wings, they did not decide to take that AWP from Spawn there, as they could have gone with the double op setup. And as you can see, you see a lot of teams, especially on the CT side, going in for that volatile double op strategy in maps like Mirage, Cobblestone, Cash. Sometimes even Dust too, as it tends to work out in their favor. But maybe because Cash, the reason why players didn't take it was, probably due to its, but look at that. As I was just saying, Sai just goes ham and just kills 4 guys off the bat. Sai, what is wrong with you, my man? Let us give us some insight to the audience.
A hard eco coming in from MXB. They open the squeaky door and walk into the waiting arms of Sai there as he slaughters the entirety of MXB. And Invisible Wings get on to 7-5 now. But MXB, they're going to be buying into this, but it doesn't look all that great. They're going to have 3 rifles and 2 UMPs.
Yep, and now Sai, he's going to be holding on to this 8 bomb site all by himself, as there's going to be an aggressive push here onto this B bomb site. Ritz and Kappa with the AWP, while the rest of Team MXB looks like they're going to go in for that early mid control presence there and make a move onto this A bomb site. Sai is going to drop that flash, but Buster is going to take him out immediately, and you can see the rotation is coming in. Manan will spot him out. The Mythilex will get the quick kill onto him, and he deals a bit of damage with that nade, but it won't be enough. Manan will get taken down by Spy here, and Spy has been doing a lot of work for MXB. As you can see, Ritz is coming in from A main. Spy just playing it really safe here, and by the looks of things, Invisible Wings, they're gonna save these weapons for the next round. I mean, their money situation looks pretty good, but it's always better to stay on the safer side, saving the weapons.
Ritz needed to get at least 1 kill there right out of the bat. If they had any chance of going in for that retake, that op would have done absolutely no work otherwise. As Invisible Wings, they're gonna try to save these 2 weapons moving into the next round, unless Buster has something to say about that. He walks into the scope of Kappa, gets taken down as MXB get on to 6-7.
Yep, I mean 7-6 is the score line here, and Invisible Wings, that's not going to hurt their economy just yet, but I mean, of course they did lose, so their money bonus will be a bit off, as right now MXB, they will need to win. They will need to win their game here. I mean, they'll need to win the next set of rounds, because if they lose, their losing bonus is completely reset. So they'll have to be really careful at this point.
Yep, and for now, they're going to be investing into that AWP again on Kappa, 4 rifles on the other 4 players on Invisible Wings, and they, by the looks of things, they're going to be taking that off again towards that B bomb site. Checkers for Kappa. He was unsuccessful here earlier, but could be a different story this time around.
Yep. And now we can see the boost coming in from MXB. I mean, it's like these guys just love this boost spot here. They want to get that early mid control presence. But Manan and Mythilef, they'll be the guys watching over this mid position. And Mythilef, he has got the perfect crosshair placement to take 2 members from MXB just instantly off the bat there. As Spy and Spawn, they don't have any armor. And you can see the execute coming in, as both players of MXB, they will drop down into mid.
Yep, MXB going for that mid-control play here. Manan is going to get immediately dealt up with by Hellranger, not before he gets dropped all the way down to 10 hit points. So even though they have a man advantage, they have really unhealthy players here. Ritz has Sai get 2 quick kills, but Spawn is going to get 1 kill and try to get the bomb plant down, and it is a 2 versus 3 post bomb plant situation, but the crossfire setup is in place for MXB.
Yep, Spawn doing quick work, and Hellranger is in a brilliant spot here, as he can go in for the backstab. Kappa has no idea where he is. He's got a good spot, and if Sai shows himself, he will be in a lot of hurt. It looks like Sai, he will be saving this weapon on towards the next round, unless Hellranger has something else, I mean has anything else to say about it.
Yep, Sai had absolutely nowhere to go there, as MXB level things up at 7-7 moving into the last round of the first half.
Yep. And right now, Hellranger, it looks like he did manage to retrieve that aid. I mean, by the looks of things, it seems that he did fight an AWB for Spawn there. And looks like that will be the case, as Invisible Wings, they will be sent into a force by here. 3 rifles. And Manan, he's going to pick things up by taking a quick shot onto Spy here. But, you know, the money situation, I mean, the equipment onto Invisible Wings doesn't look really well. So we'll just have to wait and see how well they hold their defenses.
Yep, and Invisible Wings, they're gonna go for that boost for Ritz on that A bomb site here. Sai is gonna be re-smoking off A main, but Hellranger, he's getting aggressive here in mid.
Yep, Hellranger wants to try and get a pick off here onto mid. If he gets Manan down, that's gonna be an easy entry into the A bomb site. So they'll have to try and take him out immediately. Like, so that's what Spawn is doing. He's got that AWP to work with. So if Manan does show himself, he could get taken down here by Spawn, but playing that opening pick is gonna help him out here as he is getting some backup from his teammate. Mythilev looks like he could push in aggressively and wait for his teammate. And I think Blackhawk is gonna take him down, and now it's become a 4v2.
Yep, Blackhawk gets the better of Manan, gets side down as well, bringing it down to a 2 versus 3. Now it's starting to get interesting here in the last round. But Blackhawk, he's gonna get shot at the back by Mythilev, leaving Spawn the last man alive here in A main with that AWP.
Yep, and Spawn, he'll have nowhere to go as he's being surrounded completely by everybody in the side of Invisible Wings. They know where he is. He does manage to spawn with Kappa, but he won't be able to take him down as Kappa will take him out, as Invisible Wings will take this first half lead with an 8-7 scoreline.
Yep, it's an 8-7 scoreline. It is still dead even between these two teams. No one has managed to get that momentum which has given them that outright lead. It has been a lot of back and forth between the two teams, and going into the second half, it is completely neck and neck.
Yep. And now let's move on to the second half pistol round there, as Mythilev, he's got that Tech 9 Raid Boss strat coming up really well for him, as Kappa and Manan will be the guys who are going to be buying armor, while Rich, he's going to buy up that smoke and 2 flashes, while Sai is going to have another smoke, and it looks like it might be an A execute, but MXB, they're going in with a completely unorthodox strat, playing it very aggressive here at this A main, as Buster gets the opening kill out of Manan, and now it looks like Mythilev, Hellranger, they're all going to get completely taken out here, as Hellranger from the back ends will take down 2 and make that sweep, as Hellranger will equalize things for MXB.
A perfect hold of the A-bomb side. The crossfire setup coming in from MXB was pretty much the downfall of Invisible Wings in that pistol round, and no bomb plant means that Invisible Wings, they're gonna go in for that force by Tech 9 armor coming out.
Yep, Tech 9 and armor, and hopefully that works out well for them, as they are making a quick move towards this A bomb site here. Spawn is gonna be having that MP7, and he'll have to be holding it really well here, and here comes the flashes out. Spawn completely flash, gonna run inside the smoke, gonna show himself and take down one though, but unfortunately this A bomb site has been overwhelmed by the side of Invisible Wings, and now it is a 4-on-2 situation, all out to Buster and Spy if they'll be able to close this one out for MXB, or if Invisible Wings overwhelms them.
Yep, it looked really dangerous for Invisible Wings when Mythilev dropped the bomb right out of the map in that A bomb site, but fortunately for the T side, that they were able to overwhelm the remaining players on MXB and get the bomb plant down. 2 players remaining, make that one here as Spice, the last man alive, is going to be dealt up by Kappa, who gets a quick 2k to put Invisible Wings onto 9 rounds.
Yep, and Invisible Wings, man, they are just showing who's boss. They did lose the first pistol round, but they just came swarming in with that Tech 9 armor strat and started just causing havoc there, as they're going to take both the FAMASs from the side of MXB as they buy out 2 AKs and a Mac 10 out of Manan.
Yep, Invisible Wings get the perfect read there. MXB have been forced into a eco here, and why not consolidate that bank that the T side also desires on cash, as Manan pulls out the Mac 10.
Yep, that is $600 per kill, and if he gets an ace, that'll be a massive bonus there.
Indeed, man. And for the moment, though, Manan is going to be not pushing in just yet onto A main, playing it nice and slow here. They do expect a counter boost to be coming in from MXB, so no reason to go in on the aggression and get caught out. Mythilev is going to be the first one to open things up on Buster here. He's going to go rushing in onto the A-bomb side, gets just to the pistol. He's going to get dealt up with by Blackhawk, but Manan is there to avenge him, and the bomb does go down in the A-bomb side, leaving Spy the last man alive here on the B-bomb side.
Yep, and Spy, he'll have to be really careful though. I mean, he does plan on saving this, moving on to the next round, so that he doesn't. I mean, he will, get extra money, because even if he dies, it wouldn't matter. But right now, his main goal is to get some exit frags, and by the looks of things, Sai is going in for that hunt. While I'm not sure if Spy wants to be a wants to be a complete spy and go in for that ninja defuse. He doesn't have a kit to work with, so it will be extremely hard for him to do so.
Yep, it's gonna be very hard, especially with the Manan waiting here in aiming. He's gonna spray away, wild spray coming in, but he does finally manage to deal up with Spy, putting Invisible Wings onto double digits here, 10-8.
Yep, and now MXB, they'll be going in for another eco. I mean, it's going to be a full eco this time, while Invisible Wings, they're going to buy up all rifles except for Mythlef, who actually manages just to buy a UMP-45. And he's going to be looking to, make some money out of this. And we can see MXB, they are going in and rushing up mid here. And it looks like they might be able to go in for a counter move. But Kappa, it looks like he is pretty much aware of that. So he's going to be taking safe haven here at this mid garage. While if Invisible Wings, they find out this B bomb site is open, they can just storm in and get a free plant.
Yep, Mythlef is going to provide that exact same info as he, in fact, goes pushing in aggressively towards CT here. He's going to go ahead and get dealt up with by Hellranger, who manages to recover that UMP of his. But as the bomb does go down for the T side, it's going to be really difficult for MXB to go for that retake with only a UMP to work with on one of their 4 players.
Yep, right now it looks like MXB, they're just looking for exit frags here, as they are dealing a lot of damage to the economy of Invisible Wings, and now that has become into a 2-on-1 situation. Buster, he's going to save his FAMAS over to the next round, whereas Ritz, he has got that. I'm not sure why he dropped his AK though, but by the looks of things, it looks like he wanted to pick up a particular weapon. Oh, I think he must have passed it on to Manan, and Ritz, he's going to try to find one of the AKs down there. Otherwise, he's going to have to purchase an AK for no reason.
Yep, not going to be the case as there we go. The buy for Invisible Wings this time around, it is going to be 3 AKs, the FAMAS and the AWP back onto site, while Spawn is going to pull out an AWP himself. That battle that we also waited for, the battle of the Oppers between MXB and IW, is happening right here, right now.
Yep, it's pretty much a rematch here from Train and Spawn. I want to see how well this guy plays with that AWP on this B bomb site, as they have got 3 members stacked up in this B bomb site, while Blackhawk is going to be playing up an aggressive mid, and it's all down to Hellranger. He should be able to hold this A site on his own, because if he doesn't, then it could be very problematic, as it's going to be an open site for them. But he is getting some backup here from Spawn with that AWP, and Spawn looks like he does manage to spawn one out, takes the shot, will not connect, and Ritz, he's going to throw out that smoke for now, and that's going to block Spawn's vision completely.
Yep, he's instead going to be seeing if anyone on the side of Invisible Wings are going to be looking to push to the A bomb side through Forklift for the moment. Hellranger gets spammed through Squeaky there, but not much damage dealt as he does lose for the spray down. Hellranger gets the better of Ritz, but that's going to be it, as Mythlef and Sai get 2 quick kills for the side of Invisible Wings, bringing it down to a 4 versus 3, and Bomb is going to go down for the T side.
Yep, and Manan, he's coming in from the back line, and he takes out Buster, bringing this to a 4-on-2 situation, and that's going to force MXB to save these guns, and IW, they are going to go in for the hunt, and as pause has been called by the captain of MXB Gaming, as it's going to be a tactical pause for this one. So Manan, he will be going for the hunt. Actually, everybody from the side of Invisible Wings are gonna go in aggressive for this hunt here.
Yep, and no reason for MXB to let Invisible Wings continue this run of momentum that they've had. Manan gets the better of Spawn, and now Spy is going to be the last man alive. Let's see if he's going to be able to save this M4 moving into round 20, Rats.
Yeah, and looks like Manan knows where Spy is as he is playing through the smoke. I know Manan, he is going to go with the kill, but he gets taken down unnecessarily there. But Manan, he doesn't care. He's got $10,000 to work with, so he's just going to buy up another AK and a full set of grenades to work with.
Yep, that in fact was round 20. So going into round 21, Invisible Wings 12-8 sit in a very comfortable position, knowing the fact that MXB, their money situation isn't pretty whatsoever. They can force buy if they want to, but it's gonna be nothing compared to the 4 rifles and that AWP setup that IW have been rocking for the past few rounds.
Yeah, man. I mean that AWP that they've got, they've been doing really well with it. I mean, right now the CT side, it was always if it's a defensive op, it's on Kappa. If it's offensive, it's on side. And since right now they are in the T side and playing on the offensive, it's always going to be on side, unless they decide to switch things up. Probably get a double op start in the T side, but again, that is very unconventional.
Yep, that would be really unconventional, like you say. But for the moment, it would be the right decision here to go in for that eco, and then see how they can be able to deal with this momentum that Invisible Wings have had. They've had pretty much easy access to that to either of those bomb sites for that matter, and they need to make a much better hold of the bomb site, at least getting those initial frags and the man advantage that they haven't been able to achieve in the last few rounds.
Yep, I mean that is true. You're correct, because I mean MXB, they tend to lose their defense holes for no. I mean it's like I'm not sure what exactly is the problem, because MXB, they do some unconventional strats which work out well in their favor, but it only works against a particular set of teams, probably against Brutality, maybe Invictus, Overcome, those kind of teams. But against Invisible Wings, it never seems to work, as Invisible Wings, they've got that dynamic playstyle there, as they can improvise during a certain set strategy play. Let's say they're going to take a play from page 3 of their own playbook or something like that. It doesn't go well in their way, and MXB, their kind of unconventional strat works, but Invisible Wings, they'll try to read that strat while the round is going on and find a way to counter it, and that's what makes Invisible Wings like one of the top teams out there.
That is perfectly well said. Exactly what I was going to point out, the fact that Invisible Wings, they do not have a strategy for a particular part of the game. They work on the go. They study they study their opponents, and specifically make those calls on the go, and they're easily able to deal up with what the opponent has to throw at them, and that has worked dividends here, especially in the first 2 games until this point. Let's see though if they're going to be able to close things off against MXB, or if there is another comeback on the cards.
Yep, I mean we'll just have to wait and see how the comeback is going to come into play here, as it's going to be a full eco from MXB and 1 rifle onto Spy here. Spy does have a smoke and 2 flashes and incendiary to work with, so we just have to wait and see how MXB decides to play this, and by the looks thing, it's going to be a regular 2-1-2 strat, as with the left is going to be rushing up aggressively. He does manage to spot out Blackhawk, and he will take him down though, and now Invisible Wings playing it super aggressive. They are going to go in with the to kill, as this box is completely surrounded and taken away by from MXB.
Yep, Manan as well as Sai there get those pick-offs, and leaving Spawn and Spy, the last 2 alive, and Spy not able to make much of that rifle that he had saved. Looks like they're going to try and save this moving into the next round. Invisible Wings, 13 rounds on the board, almost in touching distance of another map.
And Spawn, he does manage to get the kill onto Myth left here. He could go in and grab that AK, but then again, he has no idea if someone would be there. With that, Op is going to take the fall there, and now this is actually pretty good from MXB. I mean, I think the whole purpose of this round was not to actually go for a win, but get the exit frags and get a weapon. And now Spy is going to get flashed up here, but Spawn, he's going to have that AK. I mean, it didn't work out as they thought they had planned, but they did manage to save an AK for the next round.
Yep, and Manan, he's going to be taking that AWP moving forward. Ritz is going to be able to save up that AK as well. The money situation for Invisible Wings, they are so rich, they're not going to be worried about money anytime soon. But MXB, on the back of that eco, they're going to be able to buy into this 4 sets of diffuse kits coming in.
Yep, and I mean, Invisible Wings, they've got so much money, they can buy Bugattis for everybody. And just kidding about that, Bugatti's pretty much more expensive than the $60,000 limit. But jokes aside, we're back to the 22nd round. And Spawn, he's going to be holding on to that AWP, and he's going to be holding on to the blue door here, as he's going to be playing a bit aggressive at the moment. And as Manan, he's going to get taken down immediately by Blackhawk from mid, and that is a pretty good opening pick for MXB.
Yep, Blackhawk is going to be rushing in through highway for the moment. Buster is playing up in west. Goes to that aggressive pick. He might be able to get something here, as he does manage to drop side there in mid, but that's going to be it, as Kappa gets the better of Buster with that spray down. Spawn with the AWP, drops Ritz, brings it down to a 3 versus 1, and MXB, that timeout seems to have done wonders to them, as they did manage to drop that eco, but looks like they're pretty much secure to win the round after.
Yep, and now Spy is gonna finish things off by taking out Kappa there, and Invisible Wings, I mean, right now they're still on the 13, they've still on only 13 rounds, but MXB slowly getting up there. They're just 5 rounds away from, no, if I'm not mistaken, 5 rounds 5, 4. Never mind. My math is pretty bad at the moment here because this game is getting heated up as MXV is making the comeback.
Indeed, man. In fact, they're about 4 rounds away from leveling things up. So, the money situation, like we mentioned previously, Invisible Wings, they're going to be able to buy into this round regardless. So, Spawn, though, does have that AWP to work with. He's going to be very happy.
Yep. And Spawn, I mean, he hasn't been showing. What we had seen in the online qualifiers, we have seen how well he has played with his AWP against the likes of Invisible Wings, Overcome, and all the top teams out there. But I don't know, when it came to LAN, he's just not been performing to his point there. But the side of Invisible Wings, the entire team is performing on point. Looking at all their frags, 18, 16, 15, 18, 15. I mean, that is just so close. Not to forget about MXB because. Not forget about MXB because they are also pretty much, on the point there with the frags that they're getting. So both these teams, playing that team synergy, getting the right amount of frags. It's not like one player carries and drops a 40 bomb against the enemy team and overshadows the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, but you must understand the fact that these are all the top teams in India right now, and despite of that being the case, we saw Sai drop a casual 40 bomb. Yes, it was a triple overtime match, but he did get a 40k regardless in that first match versus Team Invictus. And for now, though, the pause continues. Okay, there we go. In fact, the resume is going to come in. Hellranger has called it. So, by the looks of things, we're going to be resuming back into this game. Let's see if MXB are going to be able to string a few rounds on the back of that previous win and try and equalize the score here against Invisible Wings Rats.
Yep, and by the looks of things, Kappa and Mythalef, they've got their AKs on the floor here, and looks like the game is going to be resumed here. As both these teams, the score is 13-9, and we're moving on to the 23rd round of this game here between Invisible Wings and MXB Gaming. Spawn on that AWP, and he's going to be facing off against Sai. The AWP versus AWP battle. 4 rifles and 4 rifles and an AWP on either side. So we're going to see how well this plays out as MXB. They're going to go in for that quick counter boost.
Yep, but does look like that's going to be the case. Or Spike has gone in for that aggressive positioning here in mid to see if anyone on the side of Invisible Wings are going to be pushing in through the smoke. Hellranger is going to be playing in from CT. Mythalef has already moved in aggressively into A main for the moment, and let's see though who's going to be able to get this opening pick. This is something that I thought in MXB up against, and there you go. They get the opening pick onto Sai, who goes for that aggressive peek through Squeaky. Let's see though if they're going to be able to turn this man advantage into a round win.
Yep. And they have to want to survive. And Manan, he's going to take on Blackhawk there, who comes all the way from CT Ultimate here, and from Highway. I'm sorry about that. And they're slowly moving on towards this B bomb site. But Buster, he's there at this bomb site, and Spy, he's going to get that quick kill onto Mythalef here, and you can see Kappa going in towards mid. But looks like the entire side of IW, they're going to be regrouping towards this B bomb site here, where Spawn is waiting with the AWP. Takes down Manan, as Blackhawk will take decent damage to him. And Rick, he will take down what was that? He did spray a couple of bullets and he did lose a lot of his points. And Spy is getting burnt up there, and he will become a barbecue toast by Kappa there. And now it's a 1-on-2 situation. Will Kappa be able to do this? Seems doable, but then again, you can't really spawn out just yet.
Yep, Spike above there at headshot, but Spawn playing with that AWP from heaven here. Bomb is yet to go down. Kappa dancing away. He's not going to commit in just yet, as in fact, he's going to pick up the bomb and fall all the way back and try to save this AK moving forward.
Yep, if he did take the fall after the round ended, that would be 0 income, and he would be stuck with $1,850, and that would be sending them into an eco round. So right now, Invisible Wings, they're going to go in for an eco. Kappa is going to invest into utilities there, a Molotov, a smoke, into flash as well. The rest of his teammates are also going to buy up some utility with some secondary pistols and armor. Whereas Invisible Wings, they are looking pretty good at the moment. They've got Hellranger holding the A side from the CT truck here, whereas but look at that, Kappa manages to get a quick kill onto Blackhawk here, giving them a man advantage. but then Spy is going to get Manama. Mythlef is going to quickly do a trade off there, and has got an M4 in hand with some head armor.
Yep, Invisible Wings are able to make a fight off this Quasi by here. Mythlef rushing in through Highway for the moment. Buster though is going to be playing in from CT for the moment. Has managed to flash up a couple of players. Goes for that spray down. Gets the Battle of Kappa. Drops Mythlef as well. And goes for the third player. Spray down there. But is not going to be able to connect in just yet. 3 versus 2. Invisible Wings doesn't look all too promising. But they do manage to get the bomb plant down. Let's see if they're going to be able to hold on to this A-bomb side.
Yep, this will be really hard as side of MXB, they're all coming in together, and Sai is the only one with an AK-47. Both these players, they have no armor to work with. It's going to get spotted out and taken down immediately, and now it's all down to Spy here. No armor and only an 8k and 26 bullets. Will he be able to get some taps here? Not possible, as Buster will take him down and secure the 4k for his team.
Yep, on the back of that 4K, MXB get the bomb defused in 11 rounds on the board, 2 rounds away from leveling things up. But their margin for error now is almost non-existent. They need to win pretty much every single round from this point on, at least 2 rounds before they can afford to drop one.
Yep, and right now Invisible Wings, they'll be able to buy up here as they've got 5 AKs and a lot of grenades to work with. In MXB, I mean, Spawn still hasn't shown, I mean, he is playing really well with the AWP, playing around and playing that kind of beta role, but I don't know, it's not the same performance as you had seen in the earlier games. It looks like there's going to be a quick trade-off there between YW and Manan. He's going to get 2 quick frags here and open up this B bomb, leaving only Hellranger to defend his position all on his own. And now Invisible Wings are going to make that inevitable push. Spawn is also there coming in, and Hellranger completely flashed. Hellranger, he'll have to play it very safe.
Spots on Manan there, drops him down, but that's going to be it as Sai goes for that spray down through the smoke there, brings it down to a 3 versus 2. Bomb is yet to go down as Spawn with those floody of flashes as well as Molotovs raining in, gets sandwiched. Ritz comes in with a quick 2k. Invisible Wings 14 rounds, 2 rounds away from finishing off MXB in the second round robin game, Rats.
Yep, and this is actually really bad for MXB because they cannot afford to lose this one, as they will be sent in a very bad spot. They could be sent into this lower bracket for the second phase of the LAN finals, and now they're going to go into a force by here. Spawn buying up that glass cannon AWP. He'll have to deal a lot of damage with this weapon here, and he's going to be completely smoked off by Ritz, who is waiting for a possible push from the side of MXB, and the rest of MXB, they're just holding on to their spots.
Yep, that smoke puts Spawn forces him rather into an aggressive position there in checkers. Manan, as always, the A-main specialist, is going to be taking up an aggressive position there. Hellranger goes for this boost here. Nice juicy spot if Invisible Wings do not check it, but he's going to have to play this real wary here, as we've seen on multiple occasions. Invisible Wings love to go for that highway and A-main split onto the A-bomb side.
Yep, they've got 3 of the members stacked right behind this red crate, and that's actually going to surprise Invisible Wings once they make this push. And now it looks like Manan, he's going to line up this smoke, and he is going to go in aggressive here. Hellranger is going to get completely flashed out, and he'll have to play really well, but Mythlef is going to take him out there. Blackhawk will finish off Kappa there, and so will Spy, bringing this to a 3-on-3 situation, but Sai is there with the quick trade of the bomb is still yet to go down. He will almost flash himself there, and Spy in a bad spot. Spy though with a brilliant headshot onto Sai there. The bomb is still yet to go down, and now it is a 2-on-2 situation here. This is looking really bad for the side of Invisible Wings.
Yep, Bomb was in control of MXB there, but they're forced to fall back as Invisible Wings managed to get the bomb back and get the bomb plant in, but Spawn is waiting in here in highway. He goes for that shot, gets the kill on Mythlef, leaving Manan the last man alive here. 1 versus 2. Can he clutch it for Invisible Wings and put them on map point?
Well, only time will tell, as both members of MXB, they are playing very aggressive. Manan takes 1, but Spawn will finish him off and defuse this bomb for MXB, keeping their dreams, keeping them still in this game for another couple of rounds.
Yep. When you're playing up with your opponent on 15 rounds, the margin for error is absolutely not there. But MXB are gonna breathe a sigh of relief. They have 12-14, and they're gonna be forced into buying here. The problem is they're not able to save a lot of guns from that previous round, and now they're gonna have to work with about 3 FAMASs here.
Yeah, 3 FAMASs and M4, but a lot of utility, and that is what they need most importantly. I mean, Spawn, he doesn't have any utility to work with, but it looks like they are going to go playing aggressive here. But it's going to get taken down immediately, and now they know the info game there. They know that most of the members are at B as they went in aggressive at B main. So that's going to give MXB a lot of info, and looks like there is a bit of lag coming out from both players here. So we're gonna have to wait and see what would be the result of this. So let's get back into the cast nonetheless.
Yep, looks like we might not have a pause coming in, as one kill already did happen in this round. So there's no question of resetting it. For the moment, flashes come raining in. Hellranger is thinking about getting that molly towards Squeaky, but Sai is already long back off.
Yep, and now by the looks of things, Kappa will be moving in aggressively. He will take down, take out Buster, and Hellranger will take down Kappa. I mean, he is in a very good spot, but with left will take him out immediately. Now bringing this to a 3-on-2 situation, make that a 3-on-2 situation as the bomb will go down. And Manan, it looks like he is lagging at the moment, so this is probably a 2-on-2 situation at the moment on both Spawn and Manan. So I'm not sure what exactly is gonna happen. So with the left, we'll take him, take down Spy there, and by the looks of things, we might like both teams are lagging here. I'm not sure what to go about this.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's happening, but do bear with us as we will head into a quick commercial and wait on for the issue to be resolved. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Like the drum in the deep, and the water from around slowly weeps. Like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was no love after all, just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected. All are suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears, my heart is choking.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like there was a lag coming out from both teams, and we will be going, I mean, and the round will be restored to the 27th round there, as both teams will resume with the game. And yep, so
a very clutch round there for both these teams here, and pretty much I must say the most worst possible scenario that they had to experience some lag there, but regardless, the round restore has happened here, and hopefully this time around MXB, they can do a much better performance of holding on to that A bomb site.
Yep. And let's take a quick look at the scoreboard here. I mean, Manan has been the guy who's been performing on point throughout this tournament, but I can't forget about Sai just yet. But first, let me talk about Manan. This guy, first game, he was on top. He was actually on par with Sai here. Both of these guys are just beasts. And if you've seen Manan, I mean, if you guys have seen Manan in person, he himself looks like Goliath, and he is. But in all, in all, fairness and stuff, he is a really sweet guy. And but he is one monster in game.
Indeed, man, indeed. And looks like we're gonna have to wait on a couple of moments here as I'm guessing there's a couple of players still experiencing some issue or maybe a technical pause coming in. I'm not really sure. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We will be back after this quick commercial.
Alright, so it looks like all the players are ready to get this game underway. We're back again to round number 27. Looks like we're just going back in time here. Deja vu. Admins using their godly admin powers or whatnot. So let's get on with this round. The score is 14-12. Invisible Links still in the lead, and by the looks of it, the strats, of course, are definitely going to change as the Invisible Wings, they are going to be moving on towards the A-bomb side.
Yep, last time also they did go towards that A-bomb side, but Spawn is going to take that aggressive peek, but he's not going to get the shot there, and he's going to fall back for the moment. In fact, he's going to go in for that aggressive re-peek there, but Mythal F has already fallen all the way back, but Kappa does manage to he decides to go for that fight up against Spawn, but this time around he's not gonna miss, and right out of the bat it is a man advantage for MXB.
Yep, and looks like Spawn, he's been doing a lot of damage ever since that round restore happened. I mean, he just took out one guy immediately, and by the looks of things, Buster playing it very aggressive at mid here, and he knows there's someone here at this okay, he has no idea, but Buster, he knows someone is at A main, and he's going to be signaling this info to his opponent, to his teammates here. And right now, Invisible Wings, they want to go in and try to get this mid control, but they will have to face off against Buster here, as he's got a power and he will take down Manan here. But the push is coming on towards his B bomb side, and it's all down to Spy, as he should be able to try and hold this till his teammates make this push. Spawn, he's gonna come in, takes the kill onto Ritz here, takes the kill onto Mythal, will be popping a simple here. He goes in for the simple but misses, but anyway gets the no scope, and that is, I mean, what a play from this guy. Look, it's like after the pause, the online Spawn has been activated, and he's just been doing a lot of damage there. A 4K coming out from him.
Yep, goes almost pulls off another simple like you mentioned there, but regardless, he gives us a no scope for the highlight reel there at the end, and MXB get on to 13-14 here, now one round away from leveling things up against Invisible Wings Rats.
Yeah, and another thing I should point out that Spawn, he is the #1 player in the So Strong leaderboards, and he does some crazy stuff from what I hear. But now the push is real onto this B bomb set, as Buster Spy will take down 2, and Buster will have to hold this on till the rest of his team are coming in to help him out here, and helping him. He will fall out Kappa, he will take him down, but Sai is there, and they will take the fall as the scores have been equalized, and now MXB are on point. The momentum game is going well in their favor, and Invisible Wings, they're going in for another buy, and their utility is not in good shape at the moment, as Kappa decides to buy up that UMP and go in for more utility.
Well, that round reset seems to have done MXB wonders, as they're able to Squeak 2 rounds away from Invisible Wings, level things up, and now the utility is going to be very minimal for Invisible Wings as they go rushing in onto the A-bomb side into the waiting arms of Hellranger. Gets to make that 3, and Sight does get 1, but that's going to be it, and he's going to be dealt up with by Hellranger. 15-14 MXB on that point.
Hellranger, man, going in ham here as we move on to the last round. Will Invisible Wings win this one and bring it to overtime, or will MXB close it out? If they bring this to overtime, man, this day will be one hell of a day to have been casting.
It will be one long of a day, I can assure you that. But regardless, fingers crossed, Invisible Wings can tie this up. The money situation looks absolutely horrendous as Kappa, he does get that quick kill there. He's going to be able to recover that lead by the looks of things. Ritz has only a Deagle to work with, Manan a Tech-9, and 3 versus 4 though. A man advantage for Invisible Wings. Let's see if they're going to be able to get much done as Hellranger gets 2 quick kills there, brings it down to a 2 versus 3, but his health is not looking too good as Manan shuts things down. Buster, the last man alive, coming in through highway. Invisible Wings all set to force overtime 1 Rats.
Overtime, man. Oh my god. Like, I'm not sure what exactly happened to MXB. I mean, Spawn, he just went in aggressive at Squeaky there, and he took the kill. He got destroyed by Sai, and then Sai got an immediate headshot. But Hellranger, I thought he'd be able to hold his ground there, but he was completely sandwiched and there was nothing much that he could do. So we're moving on to overtime here. Max round 3 is the rule set being played out. $10,000 will be given out to both players, and the switch will be made after the first 3 rounds. So the match has been paused for now, and by the looks of things, both these players, I mean, it's really crucial for MXB as they've already lost against Brutality, so they need to win this if they are to keep their hopes alive in this game and try to, you know, win it in the 3rd set of games.
Yep, if they lose this, they're pretty much assured of dropping into the lower bracket, and when you're facing up against teams of the caliber of Brutality, Invisible Wings, and Invictus on land, you always gotta have that leeway of having being allowed to drop a couple of games. But MXB, like you mentioned, this is their moment. They have to go all in versus Invisible Wings.
Yep. And they do have to go all in. As you see, Spawn here, he's going in with that AWP. He gets a brilliant 4K. I mean, that was just a brilliant play there, trying to pull off the simple. And as we can, I mean, not to mention it, but the chat is calling him the Indian simple of all things. Plus, also, you know, other names such as Hacker and whatnot. But yeah, Spawn being the #1 player. I mean, there is a reason why he's the #1 player on So Strong Pugs. But again, it's a difference playing in a pug and playing in an actual tournament game. But Spawn, he is showing that he's got that individual skill needed for MXB.
Yep, and those aggressive peaks into A-main as well as Squeaky have paid off for him time and time again. This time around though, he's going to take up a defensive position, and as I say that, he opens up the Squeaky door and almost manages to catch out Ritz, but he's going to take up a much more defensive posture at the moment.
Yep, he doesn't decide to go through the speaking door and get taken down immediately. So that's a good call coming out from him as this game is getting heated up as time goes by, and now Spawn in a very good position at quads here as he is going to get completely flashed out there by Kappa, and he will have to hold this out, and he starts off by taking a quick kill onto mid left here, and now will be able to get more though. Kappa is a bad spot, that timing though, but he does still manage to get him out, and the no scope onto it. Spawn, man, this guy has been activated in this game.
Yup, man, what a baller play with that AWP on the A-bomb side. MXB take the lead here in overtime, but Invisible Wings, since you do start off that overtime with that $10,000 bonus, so they're going to be able to buy into this round regardless. 5 AKs coming out for the T side.
Yep, and Invisible Wings, I mean, they're just trying to do something about this as they're going to go throw a smoke in here and try to, you know, get some checkers control. Spy is going to be all alone here at this B bomb site, but we can see the rotations coming in from Blackhawk to support him in this push here, and we can see the rest of Invisible Wings, they are coming in slowly, and Blackhawk is going in with a mad spray there, but Buster is going to open things up by taking out Spy, but Manan is going to quickly trade that off, and now it's going to be a war zone in this bomb site.
Yep. push is coming in thick and fast for Invisible Wings onto the B bomb side, and Manan is going to drop Spy here. Hellranger has a lot of work to do playing in from Heavens, but he's not going to be able to get much. Blackhawk though does get the pick off onto Mythal F. Kappa drops Hellranger here. It is 2 versus 3 going in for the retake as the bomb goes down for Invisible Wings. Spawn has to go big with this AWP from Heaven.
Yep, he's gonna need all the support he can get from Blackhawk, as well as Blackhawk will be the one dropping down to break him out. But Spawn in a bad position, he's gonna get taken down, and Invisible Wings will equalize this once again, 16-60, and now we're in the last round of the first half of overtime, and we're gonna see how MXB pulls this one off. If MXB wins this, then they would pretty much be at an advantage in cash if their execution in the T sides are perfect.
Yep, that split coming in from Invisible Wings. 3 players moving in from B main and 2 moving in through vents into checkers. They're completely sandwiches of those 2 players on the B bomb side from the rest of MXB, and the retake with an AWP absolutely unfavorable, especially on the B bomb side, CT side and cash. And Invisible Wings level things up at 16-16. Spawn though immediately is going to go in for that AWP yet again.
Yeah, and he almost got taken out there by a Ritz, and he's playing very aggressive. He could get spammed through the box, and looks like Buster will be the man who spams Ritz through the box and takes him down. He does get a bit of damage there from Mythal. I'm not sure what that was all about, but looks like MXB, they are going to be holding their ground here as Hellranger. He will take the fall here, and it's all down to Buster. He gets some support from the field as he goes in with a wild spray, taking out both Mythal and Kappa here, bringing this to a 2-on-3 situation. Sai will bring it down, and Manan is the last man alive. He will go in for this bomb plant, and now we can see MXB quickly making the rotate in, and Manan, he could be in the world record as Blackhawk will spot over, but he gets taken down, and now it's all down to Spawn here with his AWP. Will he be able to clutch this one out for his team though, as a smoke has been thrown out by Manan, and Manan will finish him off and get this clutch and a 4K for MXB. What a round, what a game this has been so far.
Yep, Manan, the star for Invisible Wings in the 2 games at this moment, steps up big and gets that 2v1 clutch in, puts Invisible Wings on the driver's seat moving into second half of the first overtime.
Yep, and now looks like the CT side is up as Invisible Wings, the AWP is come on to the beast. Sai, will he pull off something magical? Last time we saw him do a crazy play with the op was at VGF, I mean especially on LAN, was VGF Bangalore when he played for Brutality against TMG. I mean, will he be able to do it again?
Yep, he takes up a defensive position here in quad for the moment, looking into A main here as Mythal F boosted up in Wens here. He might be able to do some damage as Spawn. He's going to be taking up this fight versus Sai here as he slowly but surely creeps in towards Squeaky.
Yep, and he's gonna have a bit of support there from Blackhawk in case if someone decides to push up aggressively at A main. But Spawn looks like to open it up, and he manages to tag Ritz down and drop him down to 32 points of health, and that is gonna be really helpful though. But Ritz will have to play very defensive, and Spawn, he's gonna back out for now. And MXB, they're gonna decide on what they plan to do, as Hellranger is looking for someone from the side of Invisible Wings to push up aggressively in this B main position.
Yep, like you mentioned, Ritz gets dropped all the way to 32 points of health. Spawn takes a little bit of damage as well, but nothing compared to his counterpart. And time running down, 45 seconds on the board for MXB. They have to make this push right now as Spy is gonna get boosted up, and we might see a push coming in towards the B bomb site. Mythal F though is in the best possible position to stop it.
Yep, but Spy does manage to get a quick kill there onto Manan, and Mythal left at this checker's position. He should know where they are, but he does manage to spot them out. Takes down one, traces down, does not manage to take down the Blackhawk though, and now it's all down to Kappa here, who has to retreat back into the CT base, and he does get double peaked by Hellranger and Blackhawk, and he will take the fall, bringing this to a 2-on-4 situation here. Invisible Wings are falling apart, and now will drop down and take down Hellranger at the moment, and takes down Spawn as he quickly switches up to the AK, bringing this to a 2-on-2 situation at the moment.
Yep, 2-on-2, Blackhawk with only 7 points of health to work with. Buster gets a pick off onto Ritz, bring this down to 1 versus 1. Sai versus Buster. It's an AK versus the AWP. Sai scoped in here. Bomb is down. He is gonna be forced to go in for the defuse here. He does not have a kit to stick it. However, Buster is gonna go and come for the spray. Patience from Sai. He's not gonna go for the peek. He's going for the fight there where the 5-7 taps away, but drops him really low. Now he's out of time. He's gonna have to stick this. Switches to the AWP, goes for the shot, not gonna connect in, and now he has given up here. No time, so he gets the kill on Buster there. Perfectly played by Buster for MXB, puts them level on 17-17.
Yeah, I mean that was a brilliant play coming out there from MXB. Buster, I mean after Hell, I think it was Blackhawk, after he took the fall there, Buster was immediately going in for the peak, but after learning that it was Sai and it was an op, he didn't want to go take that fight. He was playing it smart, he was playing it safe, and he didn't want to just take the fight. So he was playing it really smart, and they won, and that won them the round.
Yep, and it is even scary to imagine the amount at stake for both these teams, and with one round pretty much deciding the fate for either of them, they are pretty much living up to the expectations of their fans here, as 17-17 last 2 rounds of the second half of first overtime here. Manan is going to take a lot of damage, gets dropped all the way down there in mid there, putting MXB on a player advantage, and in fact Buster does get dropped down right out of the bat. 4 versus 4. Kappa is going to be playing in from B plat with that AWP.
Yep, and he's going to be playing it alone, but if he gets flashed out, and looking at the equipment utility on the MXB, they've got 2 flashes to work with and a Molotov, so they can actually completely zone him out here. But middle left is there to help him out, and with 50 seconds left on the clock, MXB, they'll have to decide whether they want to commit to this A, and it looks like they're going to commit onto this A bomb, as Ritz is the only man there. And they'll have to be really careful. I mean, it all comes down to Spawn here. If he does go aggressively and spots out Ritz's position, that could be very big. And Ritz will take down Spy though. And looks like they know where he is. And he will take down Blackhawk. And oh, but unfortunately, that texture bug there will take him out, as he will take the fall. And now Sai will take down Spawn, leaving Hellraiser the last man alive. And Hellraiser, will he be able to clutch this one out for MXB here? Or will Invisible Wings close it out, a 1-on-2 situation? They are going in aggressive here, and now Hellraiser is very good spot. He does take out mid to left, and now it's a 1-on-1 situation. Kappa will switch to that M4, and Kappa is coming in from the other side, and he will spot him out and take him out. So that's gonna be the round for Invisible Wings. And looking at the economy situation of the side of MXB, it's gonna be pretty good there, except for Spawn, who won't be able to get that AWP. So right now, this final round, will this go to double overtime, or will MXB... I mean, will this go to double overtime, or will Invisible Wings kind of like...
Let's see if that's gonna be the case, as Invisible Wings, their perfect clutch situation play coming in. Trade Facts in position, able to guess the exact play coming in from MXB. This time around though, it's gonna be 5 AKs for MXB. It's going for Invisible Wings. It's gonna be the op back out onto Kappa, but Sai is only gonna have a Farmers to work with.
Yep, and MXB here looks like they're gonna decide to go on for this A push at the moment, as Sai and Ritz are going to be the guys holding onto this A bomb side. Manan is holding onto mid here, and MXB just playing it very patient here. 1 minute and 20 seconds will decide whether this game will go into an double overtime, or if Invisible Wings will take this one. So we'll just have to wait and see. Kappa, he's got that AWP locked and ready. If anybody from the side of MXB decides to push in aggressively, he could be in a very problematic situation.
Yep, instead he's going to fall all the way back here and take a much more defensive posture on the B bomb site here. Buster though is going to be allowed free access here into checkers for the moment. Blackhawk is going to be staring in towards A main, and for the moment, if they do manage to sell that B push there, they may be going in thick and fast towards this A bomb site instead.
Yep, and by the looks of things, they've already got Buster in. And Buster, it looks like he's just trying to buy some time here. He's playing it like a ninja, but Red is going to open up by getting 3 quick kills onto the members of MXB, while Spawn is going to take down Sai. Buster is going to take down Kappa, bringing this to a 3-on-2, and now the bomb is dropped, and now it's all down to Buster here. Will he be able to do it? He has no idea with the left coming up behind him, and this could be game, set, and match for MXB here, as Manan will close things out, and that will be wrong. And that'll be match for Invisible Wings.
Invisible Wings survive the MXB test there. Close things off 19-17, as they are the first team to pretty much win both their first set of games here in the round robin for the Zowie Extreme LAN Asia CSGO 2016 Indian qualifier LAN finals. Don't go anywhere. The last set of round robin matches are coming up. It's going to be Team Brutality going up against Invisible Wings on stream. So do stay tuned. We will be back with that match within the next 15 minutes.